In June 2018, history was made in Saudi Arabia. The decades-old ban on women driving was finally lifted, marking a monumental shift in the kingdom's social landscape. This landmark decision resonated around the world, signaling a new era for Saudi women and a step towards gender equality. No longer would they be denied the basic right to drive, a freedom that many around the world take for granted. This was a victory not just for women in Saudi Arabia but for women everywhere striving for equality and recognition. The lifting of the ban was a testament to the courage and determination of Saudi women, who had long fought for this right. For years, they had campaigned tirelessly for this right, facing numerous challenges and obstacles along the way. They faced opposition and resistance, but their voices grew stronger and more united with each passing day. Their stories inspired others to join their cause, creating a powerful movement that could not be ignored. The world watched in awe as these brave women challenged the status quo, demanding their rightful place in society. The lifting of the ban was part of a broader reform agenda in Saudi Arabia, aimed at modernizing the nation. Vision 2030, spearheaded by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, aimed to modernize the kingdom and diversify its economy. Empowering women was a key pillar of this vision, recognizing their potential to contribute significantly to the nation's progress. Allowing women to drive was a tangible step towards achieving this goal, opening up new opportunities for them. It marked a significant shift in the country's social fabric, promoting greater inclusivity and gender equality. The world celebrated this historic moment, recognizing it as a milestone in the fight for women's rights. Social media was abuzz with messages of support and congratulations, amplifying the joy and significance of the event. International organizations praised Saudi Arabia for taking this bold step, acknowledging the progress it represented. The lifting of the ban was widely seen as a sign of progress, a beacon of hope for further reforms. It offered hope for a more just and equitable future for Saudi women, inspiring generations to come. For Saudi women, the ability to drive was about more than just getting behind the wheel. It was about freedom. Freedom to move independently, to explore the world on their own terms, and to break free from the constraints that had long held them back. Freedom to pursue their dreams, whether it was a career, education, or simply the joy of driving through the city streets. Freedom to live life on their own terms, making choices that were once out of reach. The open road represented a world of possibilities, a canvas of opportunities waiting to be explored. Before the ban was lifted, Saudi women relied heavily on male relatives for transportation. This dependency was not just inconvenient, it was a significant barrier to their personal and professional growth. They had to depend on fathers, husbands, or brothers to drive them to work, school, or even to run simple errands. This reliance often meant waiting for someone else's schedule to align with their own needs. This lack of mobility was a major obstacle to their independence. It created a sense of frustration and helplessness, as their daily lives were dictated by the availability and willingness of others. It limited their opportunities and restricted their lives, confining them to a smaller world than they deserved. With the ability to drive, Saudi women experienced a newfound sense of autonomy. They could now navigate their own paths, both literally and figuratively. They could now manage their own schedules and go where they needed to go when they needed to go. This newfound freedom allowed them to be more efficient and productive in their daily lives. This simple act of driving empowered them in countless ways. It was a step towards equality, a statement of their capabilities and rights. It gave them a sense of control over their lives that they had never experienced before. They could now make decisions without the constant need for approval or assistance. The impact was immediate and profound. The ability to drive opened up new horizons and possibilities that were previously unimaginable. Women could now accept jobs further from home, expanding their career options. They were no longer limited by the proximity of their workplaces. They could pursue higher education without having to worry about transportation. This access to education was crucial for their personal and professional development. They could simply enjoy the freedom of a spontaneous outing with friends, something that was previously unthinkable. This newfound mobility brought joy and a sense of normalcy to their lives. The lifting of the driving ban had a significant impact on the Saudi economy, marking a pivotal moment in the nation's history. It unleashed a wave of female participation in the workforce, breaking down barriers that had long restricted women's economic contributions. Women who were previously unable to work due to transportation constraints could now contribute their skills and talents, leading to a more diverse and dynamic workforce. This influx of female talent boosted productivity and innovation, as companies began to benefit from a wider range of perspectives and ideas. New job opportunities opened up in sectors that were previously inaccessible to women, such as construction, technology, and corporate management. The transportation and logistics industry, for example, saw a surge in female employees, as women took on roles that were once dominated by men. Women-owned businesses flourished as entrepreneurs could now easily connect with clients and suppliers, expanding their reach and growing their enterprises. The ban's removal had a ripple effect throughout the entire economy, creating a more inclusive and robust economic environment. The increased economic empowerment of women also had a positive impact on their families and communities, fostering greater social cohesion and stability. Women were able to contribute financially to their households, improving their standard of living and providing better opportunities for their children. They could invest in their children's education and healthcare, ensuring a brighter future for the next generation. The overall economic well-being of Saudi society was enhanced as more women entered the workforce and contributed to the nation's growth. International organizations recognized the economic benefits of allowing women to drive, highlighting Saudi Arabia as a model for gender inclusion in the region. The World Bank estimated that the Saudi economy could grow by as much as $90 billion by 2030 as a result of increased female labor force participation, underscoring the transformative potential of this policy change. This economic growth would benefit not only Saudi Arabia, but the entire region, paving the way for a more prosperous and equitable future for all. The sight of women behind the wheel became a common sight in Saudi Arabia. It challenged traditional gender roles and sparked conversations about women's place in society. The increased visibility of women in public spaces contributed to a gradual shift in cultural attitudes. Women were no longer confined to the private sphere. They were now active participants in public life. They attended cultural events, dined in restaurants, and frequented public parks. This increased visibility helped to normalize the image of women in roles that were once considered taboo. The lifting of the driving ban also led to the emergence of women-led organizations and initiatives. These groups focused on promoting gender equality, empowering women, and advocating for their rights. They provided a platform for women to connect, share their experiences, and work together to create a more equitable society. Social media played a crucial role in documenting and amplifying the cultural shifts taking place in Saudi Arabia. Videos and pictures of women driving, attending concerts, and participating in public life went viral. These images challenged stereotypes and showcased the vibrancy and diversity of Saudi society. Knowledge has always been a powerful catalyst for change. In Saudi Arabia, education is opening doors that were once firmly closed. Women are now pursuing higher education and entering fields previously dominated by men. The thirst for knowledge is driving a new era of empowerment and opportunity. Navigating social norms can be challenging, but Saudi women are redefining what is possible. They are balancing tradition with modernity, finding ways to honor their heritage while also carving out new paths for themselves. It's a delicate dance, but one that is leading to meaningful progress. Saudi women are leading the way in various sectors, from business to science, and even in the arts. Their contributions are not only changing perceptions, but also inspiring the next generation. These trailblazers are proving that with determination and resilience, anything is possible. The journey towards full equality is ongoing, but the strides made so far are significant. Legal reforms and societal shifts are paving the way for a more inclusive future. While challenges remain, the momentum is undeniable. Saudi women are not just participants in this change, they are the driving force behind it.